Hi everyone. Hi and thank you. Well, that looks a bit sad, doesn't it? Let me show you it in all its glory. That just looked a bit sad with an overhead camera. So good morning everyone, and thank you so much for joining me again on yet another Sunday and a December kit, just a small one for you. It is an old one. In fact, it's an Easter basket. But I just thought what a lovely Christmas decoration stroke gift this would make. And so hence that's why I've brought that along to you for today and show you all the bits and pieces. So hi to everybody. Hi to Nicola. So pleased that you could join us on a non-working day. Hi Vel, lovely to hear from you. Ethel, nice to see you yesterday. And Catherine, hope you're well. Sending lots of love. So good morning. And off we go. So this is going to be our December kit, and you will get everything you need apart from glue in order to make up this box as you see it here today. And this is a really simple box but very effective. The sizes of it finished, let's see, 6 centimeters, 6.5 centimeters by 3.5 inches if you want to know, 2.5 inches by 1 and whatever that is, 3/8 I think. I don't know, let's go by centimeters. So subsequently enough to fit in probably 3 or 4 little Ferrero Rocher type thing, after 8 mints if you want it for that type of thing, or money would go in there nicely, and of course my diamond ring. So I will be leaving this out for the staff in case he wants to pop that diamond ring. In fact, actually, I think you could get more than a diamond ring in there, really, don't you? But you could certainly get the ring box in there. So let's, without further ado, show you how we make this and what you're going to get in your kit. So what you're going to get in your kit is, first of all, this. Now it's going to shine back on me, I think. Yeah, so let me just move that. This is the Easter basket, and obviously it's Easter orientated. Excuse me. So I've got Easter eggs, happy Easter sort of thing. So a perfect double twofer, because this will add up and be used again for Easter time if that's something you wish to do. Lovely font there, even nice little bow and nice little Easter bunny. But we're going to use it for the basket because the basket is so pretty, and not just for Easter, and makes a perfect little gift basket. So you will get this die set, which is RRP of £20, 19.99. So you are really getting a bargain here today. There are 10 dies in total. We are going to be using 4 of them, which are here. Okay. Also in your kit, you will get 2 sheets of antique copper foundation pearlized card, which has got a lovely sheen to it, lovely finish. You'll get some of these already cut, they're not silver at all, are they? Green and red poinsettia to put up for the embellishment. A little bit of ribbon, and you'll also get an A5 sheet of sticky specs, because this really makes the whole thing very, very simple to use. So apart from any other glue that you might want to use, it just makes life really simple. So let us show you how we go about making this little beauty. Oh, crash bang wallop. So I'm going to use, I've already cut some out, so obviously you don't want to watch me cut it all out, but I thought I would do this. So let's pop these dies together. So this die makes the side of the box, and this die makes the base of the box and also the sides. So this is going to give it detail, and that's going to give it just structure. So we're going to need to cut one of those out in a minute, but I'm going to pop these together, and I'm going to use the good old trick, whoops, if I could get hold of it, of popping these together. So this is my first die, my smallest one. I'm going to pick that up with my sellotape, or my non-stick tape I should say, so that I've got hold of it there. Then I'm going to go into my next one, and I can then hover that above and stick that down, so I've got both of them together. And finally into my third one, hover that over so it's in the right place, and then just pick all 3 up so that they are all together. and then just pop that onto my piece of card, and then grab another piece of tape just to hold this in place for my base. Okay, so I'm going to just run that through the machine like so. Okay, and oh, crash bang wallet. So we have now cut these out. I'll take that tape off. You will need to make sure when you're doing yours that you have removed all of the little bits in the basket weave here, because otherwise you're not going to get such a pretty pattern, but they're very simple to remove. So you need to just take these out of the way. You need to cut 4 of these and 2 of these. So again, fairly simple. Just poke those bits and pieces. So you can see you've got a really pretty pattern at the bottom here, all in this basket weave, which is rather nice. Okay, just take those last bits out. Should have done that whilst it was in the die, then it would have been even easier, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Stress of Christmas, eh? We don't need any stress. We haven't got stress here, so that is good. Just make sure I take all those little bits out. And as you can see, when it's cut out, it's already got all of the score lines that I need, everything that I need in order to make my basket. And so has the base of my card here, which again has got the score lines for the little tabs. So I'm going to pop some 3mm low extra sticky tape. You could use ordinary glue, but I find that this is even better. And just trim that side there. And that side there. So there we go. Popped my little bits of tape on. And I've already got one here. So I've got my 2 bases. And I have already, as I said, cut out 4 of my bases there. So I'm just going to fold these along this line with my tape and just pop this whole base together so that we've already got the basket. So I'm going to take off all of my sticky tape bits, whatever they're called. You know me, always mix up my words. Oh, so I'm going to take all of those off first because it just makes life easier. And in order to put these together, I'm just going to fold along those lines. And they actually cross over, so it gives the base of your card a really nice strong base. So strong enough for that diamond ring box, you know. So you cross them over there like that, and then simply we pop all of our corners, just making sure that they are at right angles, and just stick them together. So you could use ordinary glue, and then you just need to just wait a little bit longer for it to dry off. I've got an extra bit in there, don't want that. There you go. So you can see that our base is already done. Yeah, so imagine that ring in there, the ring box, yeah? But actually, bring this in as well. You can see that if you're not going to go ring box, you've also got the size, perfect size there for something like the little diamond snow type of thing. So you can see what size it is. So then now let's make the sides. So the sides need to be trimmed just a little bit. We need 2 that are like that, and we need these 2. Let's move this out of the way. We need these 2 with the handles just trimmed off. So I'm just going to snip there and snip there, and I am going to leave that piece in the middle. Don't need that extra handle. And the same with this one, just snip and snip there, so that I've got 2 pieces that are like that without the handle and 2 pieces that have the handle. So before I actually assemble it and put my sticky specs on it, I'm just going to fold over, oops, my bases so that I've got all my bits folded. So just where all of the folds are so that we can see them properly. And this one. We had a fab workshop yesterday and looking forward to 2022 with the next ones. The first one being the 29th of January. So leaving it plenty of time for all of the Christmas festivities to have caught up and hopefully the post to have caught up, because the post is already proving a little bit of an issue in places. So that will be great to look forward to that. Always like looking forward, don't we? Always better to look forward than it is to look back. Right. Well, having said that, we are going to be looking back in a little while's time, because we're going to be looking at some of the previous things that we've been doing this year. So that'll be exciting. So just going to make sure that I've got all my little bits out, because I can see that there's a couple of bits that aren't quite through. There's one there. You know what it's like. You always see it after you've put on and then it's too late. Yeah, I think we've got that all. So let me just scoop these bits off of here. So we've got a clean space and we'll take our sticky spec sheet. So sticky spec sheet is included in your kit today, and you will possibly be familiar with it, but you will find that you have got a sheet here full of sticky, and that side there as well, and then you'll find then that this side is not sticky, so we will pop them onto there. So let me just bring this in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel that back slightly and I'm going to pop my sides down so that they are hanging over the sides, because I don't want glue on here, but I do want glue on this bit here. Okay, so I'm just going to do that, and then all this bit here is sticky, but not that bit. So I can then simply place them onto each side and tuck my little flap neatly underneath, press down, and then one side is already done. So you could even make your basket a different colour, and then the colour that would show up from behind would be literally showing from behind, which would look nice. So you would have a different colour showing from behind. So I want opposites. So I want one with handles. Sorry, this one's without handles. One without handles and one with handles. So on opposite sides. So do the same thing. Press that down. Nice, neat little corners there. And you can see that it's so much easier with the sticky specs. So opposite one again is without handles. I'll turn it around so that we've got another bit of sticky there. Oops. I'm just putting it on there so that the edges are on there. Should be pressing it down that really. And then sticking on there. Just press down so that it's all stuck. And finally, my last one with my handle this time. Pop that down and pick all my bits up like that. Okay, so then that one goes on my last panel. Stick the piece down on the side there. Make sure it's sticking on the sides. Then we've got our box. So how do we finish our box? Our box can be finished in all sorts of ways here. So we could do, you can see that we've got trying to think what I'm trying to think of. We've got these flaps. Yeah, we'll call them flaps. Flaps that can be folded down and they can have tape on. So we could finish our box off like this. That's when we've got 2 rings inside. but no, not really. We've got more room to put it because we've still got plenty of room to hold our handle together there, or to not, as the case may be. We can flap all of our flaps down so that we have got an open box. So if you can imagine, we would have, they would all be to the side and we would have an open box that you could then fill with things. Or for today, we're going to make our poinsettia. So we're going to have a closed box as such. So we're going to give it a bit of dimension to it. So I'm just going to take some of my tape and I'm going to pop that first of all onto this one. So we'll pop this one there, and that will tape the first two together, and then I will be able to do the other two. So I could have a bit, there's a lot of choice. You can mix and match this to whichever way you fancy finishing off your box, really. So let's just, oops, pick that one up. And I'm going to just pop that over there, put them together. Again, I could put them in different widths. I could put the tape on a different piece, so I've got a different size, however we wish. And then just take this one off. And this will give us room to put our poinsettia on the top. So we would need to, sorry, can't get hold of it. That's better, pop it down there. We would need to fill it here now. So let's just give ourselves a bit more room and pop those two together. So that now gives us this room. Nothing's going to fall out because we've put the middle one in, and now that gives us room to put our poinsettia into the centre, which will look lovely. So let's just make our poinsettia up. As I said, in your kit you will have a full plate's worth of your red and green, which will make a beautiful flower. So I'm going to start off with the largest one, and that's going to be my leaves as such. But I am going to just mix and match it very slightly because it looks rather nice doing that. So I'm just curled up for my bottom ones there. So they're going to look fab. Then I'm going to take the same size and I'm just going to bend those petals, leaves down and then up so that we've got a bit of movement there. And take my glue gun, pop a little bit of hot glue into the centre, and then that one's that done. Then I'm going to take another red one, so the next size down. I'm going to do the same, just bend these sort of back down on themselves, but then up, so that we've got a nice movement there. Put glue into the centre. You can use any glue. I'm just using the hot glue gun because it's there and I like hot glue gun. Let me just hold that into place like that. Okay, so that just holds that down. Then I'm going to do a green one. So my next size is going to be a green one, because if you think about it, poinsettias, the reds and the greens aren't actually a flower, they are the leaves. And I don't know about you, but I find that you get like a mixture of the reds and greens, and I just think that the mixture looks rather good. So let's just pop that in the center, so you hopefully can see that I'm alternating the leaves, petals, whatever you'd like to call it, so that we've got something a bit different. And then I'm going to go for a red and finally a green. So you've got enough here to do this flower. You could actually make it a basket of flowers. You could make, if you've got the poinsettia or something at home, you could actually do even more and make the basket of flowers. So there's lots of different scope. And you've got the little basket for another time, for anything, for wedding favours, for the Easter, anything you fancy really. So finally, I'm just going to do this last one. I'm bending it inwards a bit. And then, so finish up with a green one. A little dab of glue. And finish up with that green one. Whoops. Try and push the petals around a bit. And hold that down. So you have got room for, I mean, you have got some left over. You could make another one up with that as well. And then take away, that's the only thing with the glue. You get the strand, oh, magic. You get the strands sometimes, so you just need to make sure the stringy bits have disappeared. And then we're going to pop the last bit of glue onto the back. So we've got plenty onto there. And then pop that into the center. Can possibly put my finger through just to push it from the other side so that that gives it a good stand there. And then finally we have a choice again of our handles. So we can either, you can see it's got two little tabs here. You see that little tab, another one there. They have got a fold in them, and the idea is, I'll show you possibly with the other one in a second, a bit clearer, that you pop these two together. So you stick those two together and they will then give you like a bridge. Can you see that? That it gives you, if you pop it together like that, a little bridge, so that your ribbon can then sit between the bridge like that. So hopefully you can see that that is actually sitting between the handles. Yeah. But you could also just as easily snip them both off and just tie them together with a ribbon. So that's what I'm going to do for this one. Just going to snip that little bit off because I don't want it. And there, like that. And then I can pop a bit of ribbon whoops. Which way should we go? One through there. And one through that one we'll go for. Probably isn't the alternative, the opposite one at all, is it? Oh, go through a little bit of ribbon. I was talking to paper and ribbon yesterday, paper and card yesterday. Have any of you got that bad now that you're talking to the paper and telling it to stay stuck? And yeah, I know. Hopefully it'll get better next year. We won't be talking to it quite so much, eh? So we just tie those handles together. Nice little ribbon, nice little bow, I should say. Just pull my tails down. And there we go. Just trim those off. And that one. And we've got our little Easter basket in disguise as a Christmas basket. I think you'll agree that would look really nice on a Christmas table. And also you have got it for other occasions, which I think is really that whole idea. We don't want to buy a die that's just for Christmas if we can help it. Sometimes we have to, because some of them are not so versatile. Obviously anything that says Merry Christmas would look a tad silly on a birthday card in the middle of June, but other things we like to be able to change, don't we? So this is your December kit, the last kit for the year of 2021. We will be back in January with a kit that's all ready to go, you'll be pleased to hear, and that will be on the first Sunday of the month. That's when we aim to do all of our kits. Now, because of postage and various things at the moment, the kits will go out from Thursday this week, which is the 9th, from the 9th of December. So hopefully they should arrive within a couple of days. But bear in mind that some things are taking a little bit longer at the moment. I would recommend that if you have any things that you were looking at over on the website, that you order them as soon as possible if you wish to have them in time for Christmas, because things are slowing down. I will be open right up until Christmas, but if you're wanting the stuff for Christmas, then please think quickly. But don't forget, you can have your good old gift cards as well. Okay, so there you go. Looks silly like that. I can't hold it like that. And it looks just as silly like that. I have to just stand there going like that, won't I? I have to put them on a little turntable. Or maybe not. Maybe not. So thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back on Wednesday this week, which is the 8th, with just a gentle look at some older things that we've been using. And then hopefully I will be with you. Well, I will be with you next Sunday, the 12th. And I will be then telling you what's happening over the Christmas time, because we've got something looking forward to. Some more. The 12 days of Christmas were so successful that I'm going to do a little range for you between Christmas and New Year. And I'll tell you all about that next Sunday, but hopefully manage to get to see you on Wednesday as well. In the meantime, if you fancy one of your little kits, pop over to the website maximumcrafts.com, where you will find them in the Facebook Live section. And don't forget, they will be going out to you from the 9th of December. Take care. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Take care then. Bye.